Once upon a time, a powerful kingdom called Britain ruled over a distant land called India, a land of immense diversity and rich cultural heritage. For many years, the British king's word was law, and his decrees shaped the lives of millions. He controlled everything from the smallest village to the largest city, leaving little room for local governance. The people of India, though known for their vibrant culture and rich history, had little say in their own affairs, their voices often drowned out by the colonial rulers. Life under British rule was a mixed bag, with both advancements and hardships. The British built railways and schools, connecting the vast land like never before, bringing modern education and infrastructure. But they also took India's resources and imposed their own rules, often with little regard for the wishes of the people, leading to widespread discontent. This made many Indians yearn for freedom, a desire that grew stronger with each passing year. Among them was a man named Mohandas Gandhi, fondly called Mahatma, meaning great soul, who would become a central figure in the struggle for independence. Gandhi believed in truth, justice, and above all, non-violence, principles that he held dear and practiced throughout his life. He taught that fighting with love, not force, was the strongest way to overcome injustice, inspiring countless individuals to join his cause. His message resonated with millions of Indians who saw in him a beacon of hope and a path to a brighter future. As the years passed, the desire for freedom grew stronger, uniting people from all walks of life. Gandhi and other leaders formed a group called the Indian National Congress to fight for India's independence, a movement that would change the course of history. They organized peaceful protests, boycotted British goods, and demanded a say in their own governance, laying the foundation for a free and independent India. The world was changing, and the winds of change were blowing stronger than ever. A great war, the Second World War, raged across the globe, leaving no corner of the world untouched. Britain, though a powerful empire, found itself weakened by the conflict. Its resources stretched thin and its people weary. India, seeing an opportunity amidst the chaos, intensified its struggle for independence, rallying its people to the cause. In 1942, a British leader named Sir Stafford Cripps came to India with a proposal, hoping to quell the growing unrest. He promised India some form of self-rule after the war, a gesture meant to placate the Indian leaders. But many Indians, including the revered leader Gandhi, felt that this offer was too little, too late, and not enough to satisfy their aspirations. They wanted complete independence, and they wanted it now, with no further delays or compromises. Gandhi knew that the time had come for a decisive move, a bold step that would change the course of history. He called for a movement that would shake the very foundations of British rule in India, a movement that would be remembered for generations. This movement, he declared, would be non-violent, but it would be unwavering in its demand for freedom, a testament to the power of peaceful resistance. Across India, people listened with bated breath, their hearts filled with hope and determination. They had heard Gandhi's call for action before, but this time there was a sense of urgency in his voice, a feeling that the moment of destiny had arrived. The sun was setting on an era of colonial rule, and a new dawn of independence and self-determination was on the horizon. On August 8, 1942, at a place called Gwalior Tank Maidan in Bombay, a storm of freedom erupted. Thousands upon thousands of Indians gathered to hear Gandhi speak. His voice, though soft, carried the weight of millions of hopes and dreams. The air was electric with anticipation. The mantra is, "Do or die," Gandhi thundered, his words echoing across the vast crowd. His message was clear and unwavering. We shall either free India or die in the attempt. We shall not live to see the perpetuation of our slavery. His words ignited a fire in the hearts of those present. The Quit India movement, as it came to be known, had begun. It was a pivotal moment in India's struggle for independence. The slogan "Quit India" became the rallying cry for a nation yearning for freedom. It resonated deeply with people from all walks of life. Gandhi urged his fellow Indians to follow the path of non-violent resistance, to boycott British institutions, and to stand firm in their resolve, and to be prepared to make any sacrifice for the sake of their motherland. The response was overwhelming. The spirit of unity was palpable. From the bustling cities to the remotest villages, Indians rose up in unison. Students left their schools, workers abandoned their factories, and even the common folk joined in, and farmers left their fields. The movement spread like wildfire, touching every corner of the nation. Everyone, it seemed, was ready to answer Gandhi's call and fight for their birthright. The collective will of the people was unstoppable. Section 4. A King's Fury. The British, caught off guard by the sheer scale and intensity of the Quit India movement, reacted with fury. They had underestimated the power of Gandhi's message and the depth of the Indian people's desire for freedom. Gandhi, along with other prominent leaders of the Indian National Congress, was arrested within hours of his speech at Gwalior Tank. The British hoped that by imprisoning the leaders, they could crush the movement. They were wrong. The arrest of Gandhi and other leaders only served to further inflame the spirit of resistance. Across India, people took to the streets, defying curfews and braving police batons. The British responded with brute force, using tear gas, firing upon unarmed protesters and imprisoning thousands. Despite the crackdown, the movement continued to gather momentum. Local leaders emerged, taking up the mantle of leadership in the absence of their imprisoned comrades. The spirit of defiance, once ignited, proved difficult to extinguish. Section 5. The World Watches. As the struggle for freedom raged in India, the world watched with a mix of admiration and apprehension. The sheer courage and determination of the Indian people fighting for their rights without resorting to violence captured the imagination of many. In Britain itself, the brutal suppression of the Quit India movement sparked debate and criticism. Many Britons questioned the morality of their government's actions and called for a peaceful resolution to the Indian question. The war-weary British government found itself increasingly isolated on the world stage. The United States, a rising global power, put pressure on Britain to grant India its independence. The Soviet Union too voiced its support for India's struggle for freedom. The Quit India movement had become a global issue, forcing Britain to confront the reality of its diminishing power and the changing world order. The writing was on the wall. The days of the British Empire were numbered. Section 6. The Legacy of Courage. Though the Quit India movement did not lead to immediate independence, it left an indelible mark on India's struggle for freedom. It demonstrated the unwavering resolve of the Indian people and their willingness to sacrifice everything for their birthright. The movement also showcased the power of non-violent resistance to the world. Gandhi's message of truth and love, once dismissed by some as impractical idealism, had proven to be a potent force for change. The Quit India movement had a profound impact on the British psyche as well. It exposed the moral bankruptcy of colonialism and hastened the process of decolonization across the globe. The British Empire, once considered invincible, had been shaken to its core. Section 7. Freedom's Dawn. On August 15, 1947, 2 years after the end of World War II, India finally achieved its long-cherished dream of independence. The British flag, which had flown over India for centuries, was lowered for the last time. And in its place, the Indian tricolour was hoisted, marking the dawn of a new era. The road to freedom had been long and arduous, paved with countless sacrifices. The Quit India movement, though just one chapter in India's long struggle for independence, played a pivotal role in awakening the conscience of a nation and hastening the end of an empire. The legacy of the Quit India movement continues to inspire people around the world who are fighting for justice, equality and freedom. It stands as a testament to the power of the human spirit, the indomitable will of a people determined to chart their own destiny.